We should be live now. Let's see. I always gotta make sure it's working, you know? Sometimes it's a little delayed, it doesn't work. Alright, there we go. We should be good now. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit slow, but we should be good to go. Boom, there we go. Alright guys, so get on the YouTube live link. The link is in my story. We're going live right now, so you guys can see exactly what we're talking about. I'll see you there. We're good. We're live on YouTube now. Sorry guys, I'm just getting everything set up, everything the way I need it to be. We should be good to go after this. There we go. We are live and direct on the YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Alright, there we go. Alright guys, so today I want to make this live slightly different. We are going to go over a little bit of the basics on how to network yourself, what to do in order to get from the level that you're currently at to the next level. So if you're a young player right now looking to get into a more competitive team, if you are a college player that just graduated looking to get into a pro team, if you're a amateur player looking to get in a pro team, whatever the case may be, these are some of the ways that you can network. Okay, so for example, I will look over let's say an 18, 19-year-old player that plays here in the United States. His highest level that he's played is semi-pro, perfect, and he's trying to break into the professional game. So semi-pro here in the United States is considered like 4th division, UPSL, UPSL level. We're trying to go into the 3rd division, which is USL 1, NISA, MLS Next Pro, all these little things, right? So when you are trying to get into these clubs, you have to understand a couple things. Before you even reach out or before you even try to network, you have to have a good CV. If you don't know what a CV is, it means your resume, meaning who are you as a player, where have you played, what's your full name, your date of birth, your nationality, your height, your weight, all those little things. Right, so let me see if I could find an example. Let's see. Let me show you guys a good example. There we go, GST, client files. Here's a good example. So, like I said, before you even try to network, we have to understand that for us to even be considered, right? Everything, imagine like if you're a club or you're a coach or you're a scout, you're getting all this email information, all these videos every day, like you're getting hundreds of them, right? So what's going to make you stand out? Make you stand out slightly is, can we have a good CV, a good resume, something that sticks out, something that's clean, something that looks like you actually care about your presentation and how you present yourself, right? So this is a good example. For example, this footballer, I know him really well, was a really great player, is a great player. I haven't seen him for a while, but he's fantastic, good CDM. What he does, big, bold font letters, puts his name, a headshot. This headshot should most likely or preferably be of you in a jersey. Whatever club you're at, headshot facing the camera, straight on, okay? Information, date of birth, nationality. If you have multiple nationalities, fantastic. 100% add that in. If you have, because it's gonna open up the doors to other potential opportunities that aren't necessarily only, let's say, in the United States. If you're a U.S. player. So if you're, for example, Mexican, Puerto Rican, maybe you can get networking with somebody over there that has connections in the second division or third division, right? You have to understand that if you do not have any professional experience, your job is to go out there and get that professional experience. You're going to put in your height, you're going to get your weight, your primary position, secondary position, preferred foot, okay? One thing that he does need to add here, contact information. It could be here or it could be right below his name. Email address, phone number, social media, whatever the case may be. How are people going to contact you if they come across your CV, right? Next thing, you're gonna list your playing background. So when you list your playing background, you're gonna show the club, and if you can put the logo like he did here, it's gonna be even much better because it looks cleaner, right? You're gonna put the club, the year you played, and the city you played there. And now, if you want to take it a step further, you can add in stats. So, for example, if he played at MLS Timbers U18s, he was playing as a center back. Maybe he started 14 out of 18 games, and you put that, for example. You can do something along those lines. Now, if you are, let's say, a youth player, and you only have one club, just put that one club. If you played club in college, just put that. Okay, if you are an amateur player and you don't really have anything to put on your CV, then your job right now is not to make a CV. Your job is to go and find a local team that you can start playing games with, because at that point you shouldn't even try to be looking to contact any professional clubs. They're not going to look at you. Even if you go to open tryouts, most likely they're not gonna look at you, because I tell you from experience, guys, when I go to these events and I'm scouting these events, you can tell within like the first like 5 minutes if a player is in rhythm, if a player is playing somewhere, if a player is at the intensity, at the technical level, physical level, all those little things. So again, if you do not have any experience that you could put on your CV, then your first job is to go out there and go get that. How do I go out there and go get that? You must have some friends that play footy. You might have any open tryouts locally with semi-pro or amateur teams. That's where you're gonna go. Get games in, get rhythm going. Okay, and then after that, 100% you have to have a video. Okay, so let's go to this video, for example. Yes, open this link. We're gonna go to the video. Okay, so when you go, oh no, it's not working. Okay, he must have changed his video. Okay, so let's go to a highlight tape here. Let's see. This guy Daniel. Big shout out to Daniel. I don't know who this is, but we're gonna watch his highlights from 2023. Okay. First things first. The first thing with Daniel. We don't know who he is. We don't know his position. We don't know his age. Nothing. So in the first like 5 seconds of the video, it should be their whole bio as a player. So if you're looking at this and you're making your highlight tape, the first bit of your highlight tape needs to be a little bio. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So this is my good friend. Big shout out. He just signed first division in Peru. This is what you need here. Simple. Headshot, position, date of birth, your name. You can also add your club, right? First 5 seconds, this is all we need. We need to see who you are as a player, okay? Is it late for an 18-year-old baller? No, it's not late, but you need to get in the system now, right? Because age does really matter. So, again, highlight tape needs to be clear like this. First clips, first like 20 seconds if you're a winger, a striker, a midfielder. If you have goals, assist, whatever the case may be for your position, that's the first thing that you need to put, okay? Here he does a free kick and then a nice ball over the top for an assist. Boom, right away. That's what we're looking for. That's what I want to see. If I'm looking at this player in the first like 20 seconds, he already caught my attention. Does that make sense? So on top of that, the video is good quality. You can tell it's obviously a good level. It's a professional level. This USL League One. This is third division. This is a second division in the United States, right? So you can tell right off the bat, right? It's a good level. Now, if you're not at this level yet, you're an amateur level. It's okay. The same thing needs to happen. Like, you still have to have a good quality tape. Like, we do not want like your friend filming you from the sidelines. No, you need to get some video from the VO or the trace or whatever the case may be. You do not want to have any clips of you training, because that's not what we're looking for. You may be a beast at training, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for you to do that in games. So that's what your highlight tape should look like, okay? Now it comes to the juicy part. Let's fast forward. Let's say that you have your CV and you have a quality highlight tape. Fantastic. Now it's time to network. If you do not have those first two things, then bye-bye. Don't even think about networking. Now you need to get in a good club and play, okay? So first things first. You guys got to download or make a profile with LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn is probably the best place to connect with people. And when I say the best place to connect with people is because you literally have everything at your fingertips. This is like my timeline, let's say, okay? So I'm just going to scroll down. Let's see what we run into. Let's see what we run into. Head football fitness coach at Al Wasal FC. Amazing. So if we go to his profile, he's a head fitness coach in Al Wasal. Great. Maybe I have a profile for going to this club. I don't know. Right? Realistically, you would not want to reach out to clubs like this, just because most likely they're not even going to look your way because you're an amateur. They're only looking for first division, maybe some second division players, right? But there's a great example. If I wanted to, I can connect with this person, and you never know where that could lead to. You know what? We're going to connect. Yes, send without no. You never know, right? Connected. And then here on the side, people also viewed technical director, head coach with UEFA Pro, head football coach, football agent, head coach at Adala. We got assistant coach here. Where else? Head of recruitment, strength and conditioning coach. Boom. All these people, right? So we have all these people at our fingertips that we can easily connect with. And if I wanted to connect with them and, for example, send my information, then that could be a possibility. I can definitely do that. We can look to do that. You know what I mean? How do I do that? For example, first team assistant coach at Kashima Antlers in Japan. Let's say I'm a Japanese player and I have I have a Japanese passport. I've played at a good level. I want to connect with somebody in Japan and with Japanese football. I can connect with this person. Look, if I try to message them, I can. I gotta try the premium. But 1 month free trial, cancel anytime. So if I'm trying to connect with these people, what do? I'm getting the premium. I message them. I send them my CV. I send them my video. And that is what you need to do with 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. Every single coach or anybody that you can come across, you got to reach out as much as possible. So for example, I want to go to Japan or United States or whatever. I can look up see, for example, I don't know what the Japanese J League, right? J League. There's 20 clubs in the J League. This is J League 1. So this doesn't make sense. If you're a first division player, then for sure connect with first division clubs. If you have not even played pro, don't even look at first tier. They're not going to even look at your stuff. Look at third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier. Just try to get into the system. But I'm just giving you this as an example. So let's say we're looking at let's look. Let's look at, for example, USL 1. Let's look at USL 1. USL 1 is third division in the United States. So if I'm a semi-pro player and I'm trying to get into the next level, which is third division, what am I going to look at? Okay. These are currently all the teams that are in this league. Okay. So look. Chattanooga Red Bulls have 27 players. 23. These are currently the players that are signed. Boom. Spokane Velocity only has 2 players signed. Wow. Let's go to their page. 2 players signed. So what can I do? Let me see if I can find somebody from there. Let's see. Spokane Velocity FC. And we're going to go to it. Boom. Head coach right there. We just connected. We can just connect with the head coach. Let's connect. Send without no. Who else do we got? Bellevue. Who is this guy? The founder. Maybe I can connect with the founder. Right? So do you see how easy that was, guys? If you guys saw how easy that was, then now you have to literally just rinse and repeat and find as many contacts as you can within the club and the league that you're looking for. Again, so if I am looking to connect with with coaches in the third tier, then what do? I look up the league, transfermarket.com, right, or transfermarket.us. Okay. I look at the league, I look at the clubs that are there, and then I can literally reach out to every single club. And now the way you are going to reach out to every single club is if you already have a good CV and you have a good video that you could send out. Something that is quality, something that will be good enough to potentially get looked at. Okay. So these are certain ways that you can network. This is how you can network as a player in 2024. And right now, we're January 4th. So right now is the time to network. A lot of open tryouts, a lot of invitation only tryouts. Now is the time to network. After the season starts in March, I want to say, like around March time when the season starts, it's too late. They're not going to sign you. They might bring you in for training, but then you're not getting paid. You're not doing none of that stuff. You probably need to have your own accommodation, all that stuff. Maybe if they need your position, they bring you in for training, but the chances to that is like 1 in 100. just because in off season is when they find all the players they need. And yeah, so this is a hard way. This is really hard because if you don't have any connections and you have to do this, you're probably gonna be last in line. They're not even gonna look at you. But this is how you network without having an agent, without having connections. But this is how you start building connections. This is how you start networking. I know a lot of you guys on social media always see videos, because I've seen it, videos or posts that say like, oh, you guys have to network. You guys have to network. But then nobody tells you how to network. I'm telling you exactly how to network right now. This is how you network. So after this, boom, I found the coach, the assistant coach, anybody in the club that can potentially direct me in the right way. Fantastic. So now what I need to do is get my video, right? I have this quality video. Yeah, my video is great, good, fantastic. I am going to now copy and paste my link, go back to whoever the coach was, send them a message, send them an email, and then try to network in that sense. So when I look for somebody to connect with, what we typically want to do is either connect with a head coach, assistant coach, or a sporting director or a GM. There you go. Just connecting with that, just anybody that you can, right? But again, do not connect with them if you do not have a quality highlight tape or a quality CV, because there's gonna be no point. They're not gonna even look at you. They're gonna just like look at the message, delete. If you do not have a quality tape or a quality CV, don't even bother, because it's not the moment yet. If you do not have any of those, then what you need to do is go out there and build a quality CV and a quality highlight tape. And your highlight tape should be anywhere between 4 to 5 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes tops. Okay? Do you have any questions so far? Any questions, guys? On YouTube, any questions? Any questions? This video is gonna be saved for you guys to watch it later if you guys need to have a refresher. But that's what I wanted to kind of cover in the first bit of our live stream today. Okay, let me see if I can get any. Any questions? Any questions? How many people we got in here right now? We got 8 people watching. 8 people, and nobody has no questions. So we can move on. Alright. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna move on to center attacking midfielder. Okay. I had a question there. Can you go over the center attacking midfielder? Yes, let's go over the center attacking midfielder. Had an early morning, guys. I'm sorry. It's a little choppy, huh? Alright, let's see. Let's see.
Første Randers angreb. Vi har lavet 2-3 fejl rundt omkring på banen på.
My guy missed a wide open play there, huh?
Tak.
Alright, come on.
København er og 13 kampe og 9 minutter, kan vi vel sige.
Ja, men er han så ikke også en del af sidst også mod Breidablik?
Jo.
Ja.
A little bit choppy.
Skal Babajan også løbe tilbage i den anden side. Rasmus Falk er stadigvæk helt fri inden centralt. Der må han altså ind og dække af. Jeg kan huske i slutspil, da de vinder 1-0 Randers FC, der er deres helt store fokuspunkt. Der er hvordan får vi lukket ned på Rasmus Falk på.
Okay, number one thing, guys, for a center attacking midfielder, I think this might be striker the 10. I'm not sure, but there will be plenty of moments in matches where this exact situation happens. Maybe this is the fullback or the winger out wide, center mid drops off to support, and then the 10 or an attacking midfielder, whoever is in this zone. Right now this player is in the half space. He is in between the lines. He is in the pocket of space. What do I mean by pocket of space? Let's call this real quick. Yeah, I want to record this real quick. Let's do final third. Start recording. So guys, this is how I make my videos. See how they're in the pocket of space?
I slutspil, da de vinder 1-0 Randers FC, der er deres helt store fokuspunkt. Der er hvordan får vi lukket ned på.
Space is no longer there now, so they get out, but they stay. Okay, so what I'm looking for a center attacking midfielder is, number one thing, for a cam, okay, is your starting position should always be between lines. You should always try to stay between lines. And what do I mean between lines? Is literally just back. This player right here is who we're focused on. You see how they're between lines? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This player right here is who we're focused on. And then this square of players is who he's in between. So as a center attacking midfielder, my job is, can I find those pockets of space? And when you are playing, you are trying to find those pockets of space. Meaning, if I look at, for example, here, this is a training session I did the other day. We're gonna do a new one. No, I don't need this right now. So for a center attacking midfielder, if I am the 10 right here and the ball is out wide like it was in the video, and there is the defensive line right here, the defenders are right here, and then the midfield line is right here, you as a 10 need to try and be in these pockets of space, because there most likely will be a midfielder right here, another midfielder right here, the fullback might be here, and then the center back might be there. So what I'm trying to do as a 10 is be in this pocket of space to potentially get on the ball. Now, if I get the ball in these areas, what's going to happen is it's going to be really tight. And since that area is really tight, you need to be one of those quick players that think quickly. Can I turn in that space? Can I combine quickly and generate an attack in that space? So as a 10, you typically have, let me see if I can pull up the PDF again like I had last time, guys. As a 10, where is it? There we go. We'll pull this one up. No. Delete that one. Let's see. As a 10, center attacking midfielder, where are you? These are the qualities and attributes that you should have as a 10. And if you have not downloaded this PDF file, make sure you download it. It's completely free. All you gotta do is go into the link in the bio on the IG page and download this link. It's free. You get this alongside with a tactician blueprint. But anyways, for the 10, let's see. Dealing with ball in tight spaces. And that is exactly what is going to happen when you have the ball in these little areas. You need to be able to deal with it in this tight space. Okay? Usually you will have maybe a midfielder here. You may have a winger here. You may have your striker here, right? So your job when you are in these pockets of space is, if I do receive that pass and I'm in that pocket of space, what should I do? Can I turn and potentially go forward and combine? Can I turn and dribble? If I have somebody on my back here and I get closed down, can I look to just play quick 2-touch and combine? But your first thought here in these spaces, as a 10 especially, is, am I quick enough to choose a forward option? That is what makes you stand out as a 10. Can I create opportunities moving forward to generate attacks for my team? That is what makes you stand out as a 10. All right, guys? So, do I have any other questions about another position? We have 8 people watching right now. Welcome, everybody. If you just joined in, welcome, welcome. Let's see. So we did have... I want to show you guys something else. All right. Focusing on this player right here. Okay. This player just received it from the right back. Let's rewind it back real quick. Watch what happens.
Dygtig spiller.
Taking their space. Do you see any options to play that switch? I don't see any options right now, so it's okay. It doesn't play that switch. What they do is they turn back, and he sees this player right here. You see that? So when he plays this ball through, generates an attack.
Dygtig spiller.
And now this winger is gone.
Bold ud på kanten her. Det er glimrende. Kommer ind i strafvejfeltet. Så er der muligheder. Og godt tilbage. Og det er en kæmpe chance.
And then he misses that wide open goal. But it's okay. But couple of things I want to point out. If you guys have been on the IG recently, on the Instagram recently, you can see that one of the posts that got a lot of engagement was of that midfielder that didn't turn and play that switch. This is that same exact midfielder. So I'll probably be posting something about this later on today, but I just want you to see that in this clip, in the 3rd minute of the game, you can see the difference in, I guess, what you want to call it, urgency, the sharpness of thinking, the confidence to take their space real quick, right? All these little things in this short clip. Takes their space. He doesn't see anything he likes. Cuts back.
Dygtig spiller.
And that's essentially what I was looking for a midfielder, that if we do get the balls in those areas and we have a little bit of space, can we push forward? Can we look for a pass forward? And not necessarily, like, for example, if I go back to my board here, I'm going to do this brand new again. So if I go, no, I don't want to save it. Sorry. So if I go back to my board and this team is playing a 4-3-3, okay? So if I go back here, and we do have a midfielder in these zones, and you have a little bit of space to progress forward, and it does. And when I mean little bit of space, is a little bit of space to at least just turn your body. how you position yourself is very important. If the right back has the ball here, okay, and you're a midfielder checking in, or this midfielder checking in, whatever the case may be. Let's say this player's a little high. Let's move these guys. Let's say you're the 6 and you're checking in. And when I mean checking in, I don't mean checking in like all the way here. I mean checking in like a yard or two. Just making yourself an available option. Always trying to maintain a distance, okay? The correct distance. If I'm too close, easy for the defender to defend. If I'm too far, you're not even an option. So if I'm a midfielder, can I maintain my distance? And what I always tell players is you're going to use the half space area as a reference. And if you don't know what a half space area is, I will show you right now. Is these areas between the 6 and the 18, this whole area, this is the half space. So you as a midfielder, CDM, can I at least get into these half spaces to become an option? Now, when I do make these check-ins, I am going to check in side on. I'm not going to check in with my hips facing my player. I'm going to check in side on, kind of like a side shuffle, because it allows for two things. I am going to be able to see where the ball is coming from, and I'm also going to be able to see where my next option could potentially be, right? But I'm also going to be able to see if there is any defenders anywhere in sight. Does that make sense? So if I check in side on, I will be able to identify all those things. If I check in with my hips facing backwards only to whoever's playing me the ball, then all I'm going to be able to see is literally this zone right here. That's all I see. I don't see what's behind me. I don't see what's in front of me. And that's what we don't want to do. Okay? So that's the number one thing. Okay? Now, if, for example, let's talk about wingers. I think I had a question earlier on how do I score more or create more as a winger. Very first thing, as a winger, we're gonna put in these. We're gonna be number 7, guys. I'm just gonna put the back line in here just so you can have it as reference. But the main thing as a winger to be able to create more opportunities is being able to identify what the situation currently is when the ball is coming to me. Okay, and I always like to just break it up into the thirds of the field because this is easy to digest. If I'm a winger and I am in the midfield third, defensive third, midfield third, attacking third. If I am the midfield third and I get the ball here, I'm not really that close to goal to attack. However, in this right now, in this scenario, there is space to go forward. So as a winger, my first thought should be, can I dribble and progress play forward? Dribble, progress, play forward. Now, the second that the fullback steps, now you as a winger need to make a decision. What can I do? Do I combine with a striker? Do I combine with my midfielder? Do I cut back and reset because there's nowhere to go? Do I have confidence in that moment to just keep going and attack? For example, if I'm dribbling here and the number 3 steps, but there's loads of space in behind. Loads of space in behind because the center back, for whatever reason, didn't shift over. The center back stayed. Then maybe these are the moments that you as a winger need to go. Okay? Now let's say you're getting pressured by the midfielder coming in here. Or the winger that's playing on the same side here. Well, right now they're currently behind you. So if I was a winger and I had the ability to dribble and take players on, then these are the moments that I'm just going, because I'd rather lose. If it fails, I'd rather lose the ball in this area than try to cut back in this area because I got nervous and I got pressed by 3 players and I lost possession. So you as a winger, it's very important to have the confidence to take players on. And as a winger, you will a lot of times have 1v1 situations, but majority of the times you will have 2v1 situations. And when you have 2v1 situations, you have to really understand what the situation is. And when I mean what the situation is, understand that, do I have a little bit of space down the line? Do I have a little space in between these players? Do I have space inside? So those three things, can I identify where the space is currently to then exploit it? Now let's say they're defending really well and they all shifted over. And it looks like this. Right now I'm extremely isolated. Alone against 5 players. These are the moments as a winger, when you're in the attacking third in this zone, that maybe here I don't take players on. Maybe here I just keep possession and just wait till an opportunity arises again. You guys see that? Now, that is how you will be able to create more chances as a winger. Being able to identify the moments, and when you identify the moment that is a green light, you actually do take it. You go, take players on, dribble, whip in a cross. You dribble, win a corner kick. You dribble, win a free kick. You dribble inside, combine, or if you have the space inside, shoot. Right? Now, as a striker, and I've talked about this plenty of times, guys, that if you are a striker, let's say you're playing as a lone striker, okay? I have a question. Beto, great question. What to do if a defender is tight on you as a winger? So, if they're tight like this, there's 2 things you can do, Beto. Depends. Let's say your fullback has the ball. I can check off. He follows you. And you do get this pass here, then just play the way you face. No need to turn the defender. If you have the confidence and you think you can turn him, then try it. Why not? Now, what you also can do is just make yourself available, drag them out, maybe create space for somebody else. Another thing you can do is drag them out, and then you quick change the direction into that space. But for that to happen, you have to be in really good chemistry and communication with whoever has the ball. Let's say your midfielder has the ball in here, and you're out wide, and the defender's tight on you, and you check in. When you check in, what happens? You're creating space in behind. So if your midfielder is able to identify that and you have good chemistry with them, then quick check in, check out, attack that space. It might work, it might not. But that one time that it works, maybe you score a goal, or maybe you give an assist. So that's what you would do if the defender is tight on you. Because like even let's say that defender is tight on you and you're out wide, that's the defender's fault. You're creating space inside. So another thing that you can do is just quick check out and then run inside. But there's a lot of moments that you as a winger need to see this. Is the defender tight on me? Is the defender giving me space? Is the defender delaying play? So just being able to identify that and then just taking advantage of it. So for example here, the defender is really tight. They're giving me all this space. So can I ask my winger to play me in this space? Right? I'm not going to receive it wide anymore. Maybe I drift inside a little bit. But I don't just jog in and ask for the ball. I'm like literally wide, quick body shake, quick change of direction. Like just like Mbappe, boom, and attack that space centrally. That's how you would deal with a tight defender. A lot of movement off the ball. A lot of movement off the ball. That's the only way you're going to get open. So where was I? Strikers. Okay, so if you're a striker, if you are a striker and you're playing the lone striker, I've told you this, guys, before, and a lot of videos is you want to start high, not slightly in front, not like this. You want to start high in between the center backs, your starting position. As the ball gets rotated over and moving side to side, forward, backwards, you're running across that defensive line. Because the second that it's time to check in, you're really close to that defender, and you just do quick check, dot, check into the ball. Make yourself available into that space. Boom. Maybe we receive this. Lots of times when you are in this scenario, center back will step out with you. They will be on your back 95% of the time. So these are not the moments to turn. These are the moments to play the way you face and combine. This is what we call link up play. Let's see where the 9 is. Tactical, combination, and link up play. So those are the moments that when I'm high as a striker in between the center backs, can I check off, check in, combine with my teammates, and after I do that, can I roll off and make myself available, maybe making a run towards goal. Maybe the ball goes out wide, I'm crashing the box now, boom. But those are the movements that you have to consistently be making as a striker, guys. Even if you don't get it, right? I'm checking, I don't get it. All right, so reset. Checking in, I don't get it. Reset. Checking in, reset. Doesn't, maybe a run in behind. Run in behind, I don't get it. Reset. Let me see if I can find the, is it this game? Let me see if I can find the striker movements. I don't have it. It's saved on another one. Yeah. Let me open up this. Striker movements. Watch this, guys.
Center foran, der har sko.
Striker was in between the center backs or on the center backs line. Makes himself, at least tries to be in that space. He notices that his teammate's already in that space, and now he's going to try to make that run into the space. The ball is out here with the right back.
21.
He makes the run. They try to find him. It doesn't get there. It's okay. Resets. Similar situation on here. Ball's out wide. Makes himself available. Sees the space in behind. I think he made this run a little bit too early, but still he makes a movement. Yeah. Doesn't get played. Resets. Again. Tries to make the run again. Does not get played. Resets. Here, let me rewind a little bit. This is a great movement. There is no need for this striker to run into the space. Why? Why do you think so? I'll tell you why. This combination with the right back's gonna take up all this space. If the striker moves into here, he's just going to be dragging in the center back. So what he is doing now, he is trying to get out of the space to force the center back to make a decision, to also allow his teammate to take up that space. And now he's going to go and wait in for a cross. See, the center back was like, I'm going to step, never mind, because this player recovered relatively well.
Oliver Sonne.
Goes in for a cross, gets cuts back, doesn't get it no more. Resets, no problem. Another movement as a striker. Notice how they're opening up their body shape. This passing lane is on. This is a great ball from the midfielder, by the way. But see how this striker drifts out? Now this center back is forced to make a decision. Do I stay central? Do I drift out to the striker? Do I drift out to this player? They are forced to make a decision. In that split second that they're forced to make a decision, guys, this is where this chance is created.
Ole måske her.
Even if he didn't step, let's say that player receives the ball and plays across, that might result in a goal.
Og hvad med den situation,
Wins a
der er
PK.
straffet? Ja. Opstillingsmål.
Now, here's another scenario. Lots of times you're going to be in a counterattack. You as a striker might be drifting out wide. Notice how this player has space to turn. Striker is beginning their run.
Klynge. Hvor kan den offside
Watches
er
their
han?
line. Receives it there.
Forward her, the
Soft pass. The purple team recovers really well. Just resets play. 3. It's 1 versus 3. Not really worth it to, I guess, attack. And that's fine. Great decision.
Søndergaard lægger ned til Klynge.
Moving in the box, trying to make a run in to get on the cross. The cross wasn't the best.
Ingen problemer for Jonas
Not good
Løsted.
at all. But that's the movement. Those are the typical movements that you should be making as a striker. Let's watch this video now. Another one. Watch how this striker over here stays high between the center backs. The team is still building, still trying to progress play forward. Patience, patience, patience. Striker still in between the center backs. Striker still in between the center backs. Midfielder takes up that space. That winger, what did they do? They checked off. They dragged that fullback out. What did I just say about the wingers earlier, like 5 minutes ago? Is if the defender is tight, can we still make movement to open up space for somebody else? This is exactly what happened here. Then the striker identifies that, makes that run. 1v1 situation, turns to face him up. Finds his pass, momentum going forward. Unlucky. But that right there is a chance created. And this is what you're looking to do as a striker, as an attacking midfielder, as a winger. Anytime that we are in and around these areas, can we create opportunities going forward every single time? Okay, not every single time, but as much as possible. If the space is there, do we have the confidence? Do we have the fitness levels? Do we have the ability to create those opportunities consistently throughout the match? That is your job as an attacking player. That is your job as a winger. As a striker, your job is to score goals. How do you score goals? Is by making movement, by making runs, by being positioned in the right place at the right time. Can we also, if we look back at the attributes, again guys, if you want to get this document, it's completely free. You can literally download it. Just go to the link in bio or just comment comment the striker and you can download for free. But basically, these are the attributes as a striker. Shooting and finishing. Anytime I'm in and around the 18-yard box, can I have a good shot off? Can I have a good finish if I'm one-on-one with the keeper? Clean first touch, because a lot of times you're going to be in tight spaces. Dribbling to create his own is basically what it means is, can I create that little bit of space for myself to get a shot off? Okay. Efficient threat to score is consistently being dangerous in and around that attacking third, in and around the half moon, the 18-yard box. Like, your presence should always be like, oh shoot, they might score. Shoot, something might happen. That's the type of presence we're going for. And you have to be patient because it's not going to happen too many times throughout the match. Majority of the game happens through the midfield, but you as a striker, if we do get on the ball, what do you do with it, right? And then the times that you're not in and around the box, can we just look to link up play? Can we look to progress play forward? Can we look to combine with our wingers? If we have space, can we dribble with the ball forward? If we don't even have possession of the ball and my midfielder has possession of the ball, can I make the correct movements? When to check in, when to check out, when to make a run forward. All these little things, just being involved when you need to be involved. And that's basically it, guys. Do we have any other questions of any other position that you want me to cover before we finish today's live stream? Now, I appreciate you, all 6 of you guys that are still watching, that are still in here. You guys have been an amazing support. Yo, El Nathan, what's going on? I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Just trying to pass on the knowledge to everybody watching. Trying to break it down as much as possible. I just want to make sure that, you know, I love playing this game. And when you guys learn how to play it the right way, it just so much fun, and you see the game differently. Then you're not stressing so much about what do I need to do now, what do I need to do here, what do I need to do there, right? Tips for wingers. Let's see if I have some videos for the wingers. Whew. Okay, I don't have it here. No, those are the old ones. Okay, so for a winger, this should be the obvious answer. Any 1v1 situations as a winger, that's your answer. Just take players on. Take players on. Have the confidence to take players on. This is what makes you stand out as a winger. Dembele does this really well. Great player that just takes players on. Just tries things. Goes down the line, whips and across. Goes down the line, cuts back and resets. Maybe cuts inside and shoots. Whatever the case may be, but you just gotta go. Take players on, take players on, take players on. That is your job as a winger. That's what makes you stand out as a winger. Okay? Number 2. Well, those are old videos. Look, this is from back in... This is when. This is literally a year ago, January 4th, 2023. Here's another one, guys. Look at this. No hesitation to take their space. This is a good one. So here you can see that winger gets the ball in this area. Okay. They have a defender tight on them. There is no space to go down the line. There is space inside. So their first touch is inside. They try to create something going inside. Let me rewind that back again. That's how you can turn the defender. Just go. easy. What position do I play? I play center mid. Either center defensive mid or the 8th position. Get into attacking positions. Let's see this one. So now, to clarify, when I mean attacking position as a winger, is, of course, you're not gonna have the ball every single time on your wing. The play is gonna be happening maybe on the opposite side, but can we still get in those zones right here to potentially put the ball away if the ball comes my way? Ball came his way, finish. Same thing. Low cross. First initial player misses it. Second player here misses it. You as a winger, can we get on the end of it there? Similar situation here. That sprinting run in. And this is the same thing for strikers, right? Can we just get in the box when a cross is about to happen? And it all depends on the situation. So reading what your teammate's about to do. If I'm a winger, I'm coming in like in this area, this general area. Can I be anywhere there to potentially get a ball into the back of the net? Okay. And then lastly, I will talk about the defensive work for a winger. High pressing. Usually your job as a winger is to initiate that high press, right? You and the striker. So this is what it looks like.
Trying to return for Martinez. Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native. Was really buzzing yesterday when we talked to him about playing in this game. He was the one to intercept it. Good work by Garza to win it back. Assad, Martinez is inside of Hedges. Martinez gets there in front of
PK. So that little bit. Let me play it again.
Trying to return for Martinez. Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta.
This winger up here looked like he was cheating a little bit, trying to press this player. That player didn't get the pass. But their work rate is still super noticeable in this clip. And these are the little details, guys. These are little details. Whatever position you are, is can you do the things you're supposed to do? Offensively, in possession. Defensively, out of possession. During a counterattack. During defending a counterattack, whatever the case may be. But these little details. So just being able to recognize these little things when you play, and you can rewatch your own videos and literally see like, oh, I did this, I didn't do that, I need to do this more, I need to do whatever the case may be. You have to look at your videos and see like, oh yeah, this was good, I need to keep doing this makes me look good on video, I need to keep doing this, whatever the case may be.
Trying to return for Martinez. Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native. Was really buzzing yesterday when we talked to him about playing in this game. He was the...
Did that midfielder have a better option in that situation? This one that just got the ball right here? Or this midfielder?
Walker Zimmerman.
This midfielder, number 23. Which one are you talking about? Well, I think if we're talking about this midfielder right here, number 23, I think he did a right a great pass here. He broke multiple lines.
Martinez, Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native.
Broke multiple lines.
Was really buzzing in.
Oh, before the full field cross. Oh, this midfielder.
Return.
No, I think that was a good decision. Played a short pass, kept possession. His players weren't really like wide open. I don't know if there's a player out here wide. Could have been a better option. I don't know. I can't see. This player, not really. He's kind of behind. This player forward. I think that was a good pass. Now, when he does make this,
as Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native.
It's great.
Was really buzzing yesterday when we talked to him about playing
from the winger. I think that first touch let him down.
This game was the one intercept,
and then he just makes a mistake here.
Good work by Garza to win it back.
But it's not even like the white team's mistake, Dallas's mistake. More than anything, I think it's just like the defensive press from Atlanta was great in this clip. They did a fantastic job closing them down all over. Everybody's working, if you can see.
Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native.
All players are working, especially this one.
Was really buzzing yesterday when we talked to him about playing in this game. He was.
But notice how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everybody shifts over to press together. And when they all shift over to press together, you as a player feel that pressure coming. Like they may be like 7, 8 yards away, but you feel it. You feel them coming, like when they're running towards you.
One intercepted.
So everybody presses together here. This was fantastic. Like if this player would have made that pass out here, then maybe they would have got out, but this player would have been right here to press. This player is central to these two, right? So he can either step to number 10 or he can either step to number 7. But yeah, for sure. The pressure was fantastic.
For Martinez, Walker Zimmerman, Atlanta native. Was really buzzing yesterday when we talked to him about playing in this game. He was the one intercepted. Good work by Garza to win it back. Assad, Martinez is inside of Hedges. Martinez gets there in front of it.
I just want to point out how quickly a defensive pressure can turn into a attacking opportunity. It's insane. That's why it's the little things like this that's really important to train. What is a top winger attribute? I would say a couple things that makes a winger a good winger is their quickness and ability to create opportunities. For that, they need to have a lot of confidence. I like wingers with confidence. A lot of wingers typically have the shiftiness to their game, the quickness to their game, the agility to their game. That's a specific profile. If you're not that type of winger, let's say you're not the shifty, agile, quick type of winger, but you can still create a lot of chances, then that's another style of winger. Like, for example, who's that player? For example, like Bernardo Silva, he's still shifty and quick. Jack Grealish, he's quick, but he's not as shifty as like a Dembele, or he's not as shifty as a Jeremy Doku. Like these players, there's like he's still a top winger. You got Rashford is like kind of like a winger striker hybrid mix. He's more like power, speed going forward. Shifty, but not as shifty as other wingers, I would say. So, yeah, Perisic for sure. I forgot this guy's name. The guy that plays at Napoli, long name. Also, maybe not the shiftiest. He's still a great winger, right? So, I think it's important for you as a winger to identify or do a self-analysis and see what type of attributes you have and how you can make that stand out when you play games. So yeah, guys, that's it. That is it for today. I appreciate all you guys for joining in to the stream today. Again, if you want to rewatch the video, it's going to be saved on the YouTube channel. Yeah, Cavara, yeah, that guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a freaking beast. It's gonna be saved on the YouTube channel, and then we're gonna look to do another live next week, and then just hopefully be doing this every single week. All right, guys. Now, I appreciate you so much for joining in. Take care. Have a great